On the face, also an update out of Brisbane. Rachel Crack has a left shoulder. She won't take any further part in this game. She hurt it in the third quarter, now has ice on it. Tried to play on, but couldn't get through that pain.
Thank you, Nerily. Dragged down in the tackle for Brisbane on that occasion was McCarthy, so going to be a Melbourne free kick. And we'll go to Foley, along with Amy Chittick playing for Waratah up in the NT. Kazoo. Now coming through Bates. She's been in the tackle by Cameron. Couldn't free the arms. What a return here for Jess Cameron. 6 goals, 14 disposals. The Australian cricketer has got plenty to achieve in both sports still. Long ball towards the pocket, and there's been a hold. It's going to be a free kick to the Demons right in front of goal to Madeline Boyd.
Yeah, just sometimes, as defenders, the ball comes in quick, you can panic a little bit and grab onto them, and, that certainly has happened in the last couple of occasions. So they've just got to go back to, backing themselves and trying to work their players under the ball.
2 goals, 2 from her 15 touches. We're right behind the kick here, and she put that through the middle.
Well worked.
So 14th goal for the Demons.
Just played deep for most of the game too, so to have that many touches deep is a pretty good game.
So we've talked about Jess Cameron, girls, and I suppose a lot who follow sports certainly know her story. But as we push forward with this competition, we certainly know all about Daisy Pearce and what she's been able to achieve in the game. But if you were to pick a couple out today, Peter, that people can really keep an eye on, that are really emerging from both teams. Melbourne certainly.
Yeah, Brooke Lachlan has been very impressive today. Elise O'Day started strongly with a lot of impact. Clearly Jess Cameron's had a great day.
Yep.
Ellie Blackburn as well, as you can see there. She's a young star coming through, all-Australian player in the youth girls, and one also player of the carnival for the youth girls as well. So a great Melbourne Uni player.
I mean, you just look at Elise O'Day there, just, the poise, the sidestep, and then to deliver pinpoint accuracy.
And Melbourne deep inside once again here, looking to try and snare another goal, but Brisbane has something to say about that. It's a good kick towards half-back. Randall was on the end of it. Now they can look to try and build something through the middle, just outside the outstretched hands there of Webb. Here's Laura at ground level. She can get a good bounce. She can snap it on the right boot. It's an open goal square. It's not going to pitch all the way, and Melbourne will get back there. And the kick, though, wasn't great. Pressure was on Guest. That gives Laura another opportunity. She goes long towards the pocket. The bounce didn't quite go accordingly. But the forward pressure here from Brisbane is terrific. Here's Harris. Lays it off. Here's Randall with a shot at goal, but she's just veered it out to the left for a behind.
Certainly our paddock type of structure has worked well for Brisbane Lions, with Law being the deeper one down there. So especially with the amount of pressure that they're creating around the ball, you get the turnover and then you got your paddock.
Well, Nerily Meadows is boundary side. One man who's watching on very keenly is Simon Lethlean. He's the AFL Marketing and Game Development Coordinator. He's the man with a big job to put this competition together for 2017. Down there with Nerily.
Thanks, Brett. I'm here with the man putting it all together, the Women's League, and that is Simon Lethlean. Simon, what have you made of today's action?
It's been pretty good. The ball's just behind us now. It's been really intense, actually. It's been some good talent. Jess Cameron's kicked her 5th goal, ex-cricketer, so some good talent, and they're going pretty well.
And there's a fair bit of excitement here at the MCG.
Yeah, there's a good crowd here, some good Demons fans in the background. So, look, the girls loved it. I was in the pre-match before when Michelle Cowan spoke to the girls about the history of women playing and the G, and they're pretty excited, and they're doing a great job.
How is the planning going? Do you know how many clubs that you're looking at for the Women's League next year?
Look, we've got 13 submissions, all great quality. We're looking at 8 or 10, I think, at this stage. Some decisions to be made. Got a commission meeting to talk about it in the coming weeks, so plenty of work to do, but really great quality submissions from clubs that are really keen, and we're keen to embrace as many clubs as we can based on the talent pool, but yeah, some decisions to make soon.
You speak of the talent pool. Is that the difficulty, looking and making sure that it is high quality?
Yeah, I think so. Look, there's a very strong market in Victoria, obviously, and WA and Queensland, and less so in other states. So we'll try and get as many girls in the system as we can, but it's great to have so many clubs keen.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us here on Fox Footy. An amazing game so far.
Thanks for having us, guys. Cheers.
Thank you, Nerily. Down there was Simon Lethlean. Plenty of discussions going on behind closed doors as to how the competition is going to look for 2017.
Yeah, in terms of the Brisbane Lions, I've been pretty impressed with Shaylee Law down there at forward. Also Kate McCarthy, she finds the ball and uses it well. And of course, as usual, we've got Emmy Zilke and Emily Bates, who's really strong in defence and really tough competitor and reads the ball well.
Definitely agree with that, Pete. Emily Bates has been really solid all day, and as you said, Shaylee Law has been really quite electric around goal. She's got goal side of her opponent a few times, and she has got onto a few kicks, and just looks really dangerous, gives them a bit of buzz in that forward line. Probably one that I would add to that is Talia Randall, just an up-and-coming superstar. She's playing really well in the ruck, and I guess something to mention is her tackling pressure. So she's usually that key forward or ruckman, but she's also really good around the ground with that tackling pressure as well.
So his Law has certainly been busy for the Lions, and 50 paid.
And she's also laid 3 tackles inside 50, so she's not hitting the scoreboard or looking to be creative. She's looking to keep it in.
And now Law with a job to find a target inside the 50 as she holds the ball at 55. Just pops it up just outside the stretched arms of Taylor Harris, and Melbourne plucked the mark.
We just saw there a few of the Brisbane girls just running to the same position there. So probably a little bit of a lack of communication, and also just staggering their leads a little bit and working together.
Yeah, there was certainly a lot of movement, but yeah, you just need to be able to move in different directions so you can pull the defence apart and get some isolation.
Well, you've been speaking about Kate McCarthy, and I think she's having a little breather, and she's alongside Nerily Meadows.
Thank you very much. Well, Kate, you must be pleased with the way that the girls have got a little bit back into this contest after a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, definitely. I think they really outplayed us sort of in the first quarter, but definitely not disappointed with the next 3 quarters of work. We've really come back hard, and the girls have put everything out on the field today, and that's what we really wanted to do.
What an amazing opportunity as well to play out here on the MCG.
Yeah, it's an absolute honour to run out onto the MCG. Something that I've always dreamed about, but never really thought it would be much of a reality. But to have that today, I really can't describe what it feels like to play on the MCG.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, it's been a really important day for some of the girls to be able to come down here and play and showcase their skills, and this is where I think it's important for the AFL in terms of going forward to get it right of when marquee players can be picked, when your pre-signings can be picked. I personally believe it shouldn't be allowed to be done until after all the exhibition matches have been played, and therefore every girl gets an opportunity to showcase and put their hands up to be marqueed or pre-listed at least.
Yeah, absolutely, and then we're looking at probably state-based drafts. That's been the discussion.
Yes. But, there's a lot of discussions about clubs, trying to sign players up now and so forth. But I think it really needs...
No doubt. The siren's about to blow here. And we're done with the MCG. It's a big win for Melbourne. And they get home by 71 points. 14-7-91. Brisbane 3-2-20. But as we heard there from Kate McCarthy, they were able to stay in the game after a quarter time after being blown away early by Melbourne. Melbourne scored 8 goals to 3 after the quarter time break. So they certainly, Katie Brennan, were more competitive, the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah, definitely. I know that the Brisbane girls and Craig Starcevich will really take some positives out of this game. Brisbane really fought back in that last half especially. It was great to see them a little bit more composed going to the forward line, but also just measured and being able to run the footy down as well during some aspects of the game. So great game by Melbourne Footy Club, and they definitely know how to win.
Well, 322 disposals for the afternoon, 190 for Brisbane. The inside 50s, 53-26 in favour of the Demons. So they're able to get a really good start, and when you do that, Peter, the good sides don't let teams back into it. No,
they don't. But having said that, they didn't go on to I guess, to run over the game. I mean, they got their first quarter, and then after that it was 2 goals, and then 4 goals. So, they really had to work and fight and find a way for the remaining 3 quarters. They couldn't get their overlap they couldn't get their chain out, they weren't getting their nice hit-ups, and that was because of the pressure that the Brisbane Lions were bringing, both at the source, inside their 50, their chase down, all those little things that made it really difficult for Melbourne.